Hi boys and girls, welcome to episode 3 where I take a look at potential signings for Arsenal this summer. I've already gone through 2 potential signings with the right back and the centre back position. Now I was debating which one to go for this show, and I could have easily done another centre back. I will actually touch on another one in episode 4. But today I am going to go for a position that I do feel we need to strengthen this summer. And again, it's in defence, but it's at left back. Now currently we have Monreal and Kolasinac in those positions. Now I think it's pretty clear, especially from watching them and from what Unai Emery has said, their strengths and weaknesses. Now Monreal, he is very good defensively, but in the attacking sense, he maybe lacks what Unai Emery wants. Kolasinac, he definitely does not lack what Unai Emery wants in an attacking third, but he lacks what he wants in a defensive sense. So you need to try and find somebody in the middle, someone who can attack, someone who can defend. Now there's a lot of names out there. One that I'm hearing mentioned all the time, and myself, I've actually mentioned his name. Plays at Leicester, Ben Chilwell. Now I'm not going to pick him. Reasons why are because when you're English, your 20-25 million pound price tag ends up being around about 45, 50 to even 60 million pound. Leicester, they're not in no rush to sell. They don't need the money. He's got a long contract. And I think that the only way that they're going to sell is if you offer ridiculous amounts of money. I don't think we're going to play ridiculous amounts of money. You look at the way that they played hardball over Riyad Mahrez. That was against Manchester City, who have unlimited funds. But yet they looked at it, said, listen, until you offer what we want, piss off. You're not having him. And it's that simple. They left it down to the wire on one window and Leicester just kept him. And then eventually Man City came in with what they wanted and the player went. So I don't think I can see that one happening, which is why I'm going to look at another player that I'm hearing mentioned a lot, and I feel he's just as good, and that's Celtic's left back, Kieran Tierney. What a brilliant young player this is. Now, there's only a year between him and Chilwell. Given the fact that these are both very young prospects, I'm actually going to compare stats between Tierney and Chilwell. Now, I know one plays in the Premier League, one plays in the Scottish League. But it's a good idea to try and compare the both and see the good and the bad points. And I've got their stats in front of me on the screen, and it's very, very interesting. Now, market value, for example, they say Chilwell's around about the £25 million mark. But again, we already know you're probably going to have to pay over 40 to 50 million pound. Tierney, he's marketed at around about 11 million pound, but you can probably get him for around about the 15 to 20 million pound mark. Like I said, there's a year between them. Chilwell, of course, he's English and plays for England, whereas Tierney is a full Scottish international. He's played all his career at Celtic, coming up through the youth ranks, just as Chilwell has with Leicester. Their contracts, Chilwell, his runs until 2024, and Tierney, it runs until 2023, so both got longevity. So that's an interesting one. In terms of trophies won, Chilwell, he's actually won a Premier League title. Tierney, he's won 4 Scottish League titles. He's won 3 Scottish Cups, and he's also won 2 Scottish League Cups. Now, I know you're going to sit there and say, look, it's the Scottish League. If you play for Celtic, you're going to win trophies. They're the only team of any recognition, to be quite honest with you, since Rangers got demoted and have had to work their way back up. But listen, what winning trophies does is instill a winning mentality. I don't care what league you play in. If you win trophies, you become a winner. Look how many trophies he's won already. He's 21 years old. He's won more trophies than some players ever will in their lifetime. He's certainly won more trophies than Tottenham players. That's a given. But yeah, listen, Doesn't matter whether it's the Scottish League. It instills the winning mentality within you. So that could definitely be beneficial as he gets older. Their actual stats. Now, Ben Chilwell, he has played a total of 123 career matches. That includes the Champions League, the Championship, the FA Cup, youth level in Premier League 2, and of course the Premier League. He has 3 goals in his career and 10 assists. Now, in the Premier League, he's played 65 matches. He's got 1 goal and 5 assists. Now, you go over to Tierney's statistics. He's got a career total of 167 matches. That includes the Europa League, the Champions League, the League Cup, and the Scottish games and everything else. In terms of the Scottish Premier League, he's played 95 matches. He's scored 5 goals and he's got 25 assists. That is phenomenally good. That is really good. For a left back, wow, that is actually really good. Of those 167 career matches, he has 8 goals and 37 assists. He knows how to create, that's definite. But what he can do, which Kolasinac cannot do, is defend. He's a brilliant defender, believe me on that. And I know for all of you that don't watch the Scottish League and everything else, and it is difficult to gauge, given the kind of players he's up against in terms of the Premier League and whatnot. Those stats cannot be laughed at because they're very, very good stats. And like I said, he's a full Scottish international. He's got 12 caps. Chilwell, he's got 5 England caps. So there's not a lot between them, except the price tag possibly. And also a very, very key point here. Chilwell, he has 2 preferred positions. That's left back, and he's also being used as a left winger, kind of left wing back. Tierney, this is why it could be appealing to Arsenal. It's because not only can he play left back or as a left wing back, but he can play in the centre back roles. Now, the reason why this is key is because you've seen with Unai Emery, sometimes he likes to play a flat 4, sometimes he likes to play a 3. Now, if he's sitting there with certain games and he's going, right, I'm going to play 3 at the back, he can play Tierney in the left of that 3 in the defensive area. And then he can play someone like Kolasinac as a wing back. What you get is the solidity in defence and an extra guard that's going up along with Kolasinac to take on and cause problems at the other end. If you go with a flat 4, you can play players like Tierney knowing that he can do the defensive side of things as well as get forward. There's so many variations. I think this could potentially be a really good signing for Arsenal. Who would actually be missing out at Arsenal? I think it could be Nacho Monreal. He's running down into the last year of his contract. Look at his age as well. Does he want to go back home to Spain? It's an interesting one. Kolasinac, the way that he's playing this season in an attacking sense, I don't think Arsenal are going to get rid of him. Emery seems to have found a position for him. And like I was explaining there, with someone like Tierney behind him and the variations and the way that we change things around suited to, you know, each individual game, the pair of them could be a potent partnership, to be quite honest with you. So I'm all for this signing. And I do think it is a position that Unai Emery clearly wants to go and get sorted in the summer. That's very evident. So listen, when you look at the prices that are being touted about, his market region is around about 11, but you're probably going to have to go, you know, up to around about the 20s. Celtic, not really after that much money. He's a local boy in terms that he's been there throughout his career at youth level and everything. So would he want to come away from there? But he's a young lad. Of course he's going to want to test himself. He's going to want to come to the Premier League, surely. Or would he just want to be comfortable sitting at Celtic for the rest of his life? I'm not too sure. I think if he's got any ambition of bettering himself, then he's going to want to move on. So that is definitely a potential signing. And, you know, given the statistics and everything else and what I was comparing with Chilwell, I think he's the better value for money. I know that Chilwell's more established because he's played in the Premier League, for example, and it's a risk. You know, would Tierney come over here and, you know, be out of his depth? I don't think he will, to be quite honest with you. But like with any signing, it's a gamble. Unless you're signing Ronaldo or Messi, you know what you're getting. But everyone's a gamble. But for the price that they're kind of looking, I think that could be a good one and well within Arsenal's budget. So as usual, let me know in the comments section whether you agree or disagree. Let me know what you think. Who do you think we should sign as left back? If you had a choice between Chilwell or Tierney, who would you go for? It's an interesting one. So that is it for episode 3. There will be episode 4 tomorrow where I will be going in depth into another centre-back before things get a little bit exciting and I'll move into midfield. That should be fun. As usual, if you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you smash a like. And yeah, like I keep saying, let me know in the comments section whether you agree or disagree. Do you think that Tierney or Chilwell, who would be the better signing? Or is there someone else you've got in mind? Let me know. So until tomorrow, when I come back for episode 4, I'll see you a lot soon. I'm out of here.